Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name's Athena. I'll be helping lead today's structured service portion. And a little bit about Sanctuary Church for those who may not have joined us before. Sanctuary is a 508c1a faith-based organization. We use psilocybin mushrooms as a sacrament to connect us to divinity. It is our sincere belief that the consumption of psilocybin-containing mushrooms is a communion, which brings us closer to what is commonly called God. We understand this concept as pure consciousness, which permeates all being. This pure consciousness is, we believe, the ineffable source of creation and the origin of health and well-being. Our faith in sacred mushrooms stems from prehistorical use by our ancestors and personal experiences of our modern members. It is our belief that psilocybin-containing mushrooms are one of the greatest sacraments that nature offers, raising our awareness so that we can access a direct connection to the source of life. We should not be mistaken for a medical or therapeutic organization. We encourage anyone facing trauma recovery or mental health issues to work in conjunction with a psychiatrist, psychologist, or accredited therapist. Our objective is to help and support you in reconnecting with the universal source of healing, your own divine spirit. As we get ready to begin today's service, we ask that you mute your mics if they are not muted already. We want to let you know this meeting is being recorded, which if you have any questions about, feel free to reach out privately. A portion of the service, we will invite you to journal. So now is a good time to grab a notebook and pen if you'd like to participate in that. And please do, if possible for you, find a comfortable space where you can relax and be present for the service. The service portion of our gathering is around 30 minutes of silent participation on your part, during which time we'll begin with a short meditation. We'll read the poem which the church has adopted as our acknowledgement of oneness with all that is, titled A Litany of Gratitude, a reading from our rotating text, along with an opportunity to journal your thoughts around the reading, and a reading from our main text, the Tao Te Ching. After that, we'll bring the official service to a close, and from there we'll move into an optional discussion period. We've allowed 90 minutes for this portion until noon Eastern, and do invite you to participate if you feel called. With that, welcome. Thank you for joining our sanctuary community and celebration today. As we begin our statement of faith, we recognize that this statement does not exhaust the full extent of our faith. We believe that sacred mushrooms are a primary source of personal and divine revelation. We seek counsel from the mushroom to find direction and inspiration in our faith practice. And we believe that all individuals who seek true revelation from divinity can do so. Now, as we go into our meditation, I invite Julie.
Good morning, everyone. I invite you to allow yourself to settle into a comfortable position with a straight back. And take a few deep cleansing breaths and relax as gravity pulls you to the earth. Do that now. As we gather here today with our community, let us become aware of our awareness, that inner light of consciousness that shines within our very own minds. Your awareness is not your thoughts. Your awareness is that which is aware of your thoughts. Your awareness is not your feelings. Your awareness is that which is aware of your feelings. Your awareness is not your body. Your awareness is that which is aware of your body. Your awareness is that which wakes up in the morning and is your awake mind all the day long. Take a few moments to be aware of that which is the light of awareness in you. Other words for awareness include consciousness, attention, awakeness. This very awareness is that of the one mind, the one consciousness that flows through all of us, the spirit that moves all things, the Tao. There's nothing in creation that does not come from it. All of creation is made of it. It is chock full of infinite potential and actualization. You hold this awake and aware mind within you, made of pure light, full of infinite potential, the wish-fulfilling jewel, shining within all things, yet limited by none. It is the basis of all of our creativity, joy, and unity as one humanity and one earth, one consciousness moving through us all and is our eternal home. As we rest in this relaxed state of pure awakened mind, we bow to the vast and sacred source within us. Take some more deep and centering breaths. And then open your eyes when you're ready.
Thank you, Julie. I'll just take a moment to recognize our ministers going through our subtle sacrament programs and all of our ministers across the country working with sacrament today or any day. As we move into our litany of gratitude, I invite you to unmute your mics if you'd like and join me when I say, we live in all things live in us. We live by the sun, we feel by the moon, we move by the stars. We live in all things.
All things live in us.
We eat from the earth, we drink from the rain, we breathe of the air. We live in all things.
All things live in us.
We call to each other, we listen to each other. Our hearts deepen with love and compassion. We live in all things. All things live in us. We depend on the trees and animals. We depend on the earth. Our minds open with wisdom and insight. We live in all things.
All things live in us.
We dedicate our practice to others. We include all forms of life. Celebrate the joy of living and dying. We live in all things.
All things live in us.
We are full of life. We are full of death. We are grateful for all beings and companions. Thank you, everyone. If you would, please resume your mute. We'll begin moving into our first reading with the help of Christina.
Good morning, everyone. We're going to continue reading from Mary Magdalene Revealed. All right. Over the years, I have respectfully, with curiosity and suppressed rage, asked many priests, ministers, and rabbis if God is not a man, a human, why is it theologically accurate to use the masculine gendered noun father? How is it not irresponsible to refer to God as a he when we are all male, female, intersex, transsexual, non-binary, made equally in the image of the divine? How can we not see the misleading hierarchy that this recreates every day? The response varies. There's aversion, God the Father as an expression of protection and love. There's diversion. What was your relationship to your father? And there is deflection. Well, of course, God isn't really a father. God is simply love. Usually said with condescension, as if I'm the one calling God the Father and that I have gotten it all wrong. Here's how I can best explain what it's like for me sitting in a pew where only God the Father is preached. Remember how it was in the 80s and we could still smoke on planes? The statistics had shown the harm, even of secondhand smoke, but there we were picking our seats for our smoking or non-smoking. Now in the 21st century, with all the stats on the status of women worldwide, as we still have regular sexual assault, unequal work wages, lack of opportunity and education, there are still forced marriages. Here we are in the age of information, knowing about the psychological impact of a girl who only hears God referred to as a male and as the father. And here we are with a culture that reinforces within its culture what is preached in its places of worship. This is what it's like for me to sit in a church that's filled with only God the Fathers. It's like sitting in the smoking section of a plane in the 80s. Everyone around me thinks we're golden, and I'm still sitting here choking on the fumes.
Thanks, Christina. We'll take a moment to reflect on this reading. If you have your journal nearby, we do have journal prompts. Does it create conflict with you when realizing that God is only described as a father, male, in the vast majority of religious and cultural references? Does it create conflict within you that we are discussing the relevancy of referring to God as a mother or female? Search yourself. What is the source of this discomfort in either perspective? We'll come back together here in a few minutes. I'd like to begin finishing up your thoughts. We'll begin moving into our next reading. The paradoxical nature of life and its mysteries are best experienced through the ineffable space we find in our communion with the mushroom. For more than 2,000 years, the Tao Te Ching has provided guidance and instruction for exploring the paradox of existence. It is for this reason that we employ the Tao Te Ching as our primary sacred text and invite all to study it further as you delve deeper into the mystery of life. I invite Johan to help us with our next reading.
Thank you, Athena. Good morning. Tao Te Ching, chapter 42. Tao gave birth to one. One gave birth to two. Two gave birth to three. Three gave birth to all the myriad things. All the myriad things carry the yin on their backs and hold the yang in their embrace, deriving their vital harmony from the proper blending of the two vital breaths. What is more loathed by humans than to be helpless, little, and worthless? And yet, these are the very names the princes, and the barons call themselves. Truly, one may gain by losing, and one may lose by gaining. What another has taught, let me repeat. A human of violence will come to a violent end. Whoever said this can be my teacher and my parent.
Thank you, Johan. And as we begin moving into our announcements, I invite Amy.
Good morning, everyone. Our virtual circles and workshops are now open to members for no additional cost and non-members for a suggested $5 donation. This week, our offerings include Tuesday at 6:30 Eastern Time, Internal Family Systems with Deborah. Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, Weaving Sacrament Stories into Everyday Life. Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, Book Club with Susan, Russell, or Jason. Please register and find Zoom links on our events calendar on Psanctuary.org. And Sean will be leading our monthly men's sacred circle this Wednesday from 6 to 8 at Clifton Universalist Unitarian Church on Payne Street off Frankfurt Avenue. Men have been sitting in circles for millennia to challenge themselves to be better versions of themselves in their unique way. This event is offered at no suggested cost for official members and a suggested 10 to 20 for non-members. Please visit our events calendar on our website to register. And today is the last day to apply for our Fall Women's Subtle Sacrament program. During the program, we'll come together for weekly women's circles via Zoom, facilitated by co-founder and Sanctuary Women's Circle leader, Courtney Rose. Touch base throughout the week in an online video chat room and practice Sanctuary's new and improved Subtle Sacrament communion framework with support from each other. Sacrament can be requested by the church for the duration of the program. You can find info and application page on the minister program page at sanctuary.org. And mark your calendars for the Kentucky Mushroom Festival, October 6th through the 8th, where Sanctuary will be a featured sponsor, with many of our members and ministers facilitating workshops and volunteering at our mushroom theme camp. Official Sanctuary members receive 10% off tickets. See the member benefits section of your member portal for the discount code. And in addition, for those myself and friends and family ministers who have been ordained, we will be hosting a special celebration where ministers will be coming together and imbibing with our sacrament together prior to the festival for just the cost of camping. Ordained myself and friends and family ministers can find the celebration registration link in your member portal. And that is all for today.
Awesome. Thank you, Amy.
You're welcome.
Fundraising, James.
Hey everybody, you're safe this week. I'm not asking for your money. If you are not yet a member, I think as always, it's great to consider. There's just so much going on in the community and it's growing every week. It's amazing to see everybody digging in and participating and lifting from every corner. I will again put a little bit of a spotlight on Psilocybin Says. Eric and Courtney have been doing the podcast for over a year now, and there's a ton of really great content and conversations over there. And again, a huge invitation to anybody in the community that has their own channels or is thinking about taking that public step. I've helped a lot of people over the years, and I love helping people in the sanctuary community. So please reach out, and we'll talk to you a lot about fundraising. I'm hoping sooner than later.
Wonderful. Thank you, James. Membership, Stephen.
Good morning, everybody. I have my video off because we're on the road. It eats up all my bandwidth. Anyway, we have 5 new members this week. We have Felicity from Texas, Crystal from Illinois, Rebecca from Washington, Kelly from Louisiana, and Angela from Minnesota. So welcome, new folks.
Yes, welcome. Yes, welcome. Thank you for joining our community. If you have not yet looked into our 5-step membership onboarding process, you can learn more on our website at psanctuary.org. All right. We've come together with intentions of service to the land and all its inhabitants. It is in our hearts to go forth into the world with the collective consciousness. We encourage you to stay for our continued fellowship and conversation around our readings today. And for those unable to stay, we thank you for being with us. As we further our conversation, please remember all perspectives are welcome as we search for the spiritual truth that unites us all. Much love to you all.